What's going on? I'm Eddie Barrett and welcome to Atomic Auto Works. Today we're working on this Sportster. We're actually going to be making a custom solo seat for it. We already started making the seat pan and foaming it. This bike actually is kind of a different beast. The gentleman who owns it is a little bit taller and they actually stretch this bike out so it goes back further. When we made a custom fiberglass pan, we already foamed it. We had the customer come up and test fit it and see where he wants to sit. Hand tool seats are sometimes a challenge. This one is going to be a big challenge because where this rider needs to sit is really far back and what he wants is really tough to do. He wants a very low profile seat, but he wants it comfortable. He wants hard hand tool leather, which really isn't that comfortable to start with. He also wants it to come to a point in the back and kind of thin out and not have a kick up, but he wants some sort of back support feeling that he's not sliding off the back. As of right now, he rode the bike with the seat foam like this and says this is the best fit for him. So right now what I'm going to go through is shape the pan to give it that pointed look. Then we're going to actually sculpt the foam so we get a lower, thinner foam. One of the reasons when you're doing hand tool seats, you'll actually make the foam thinner, or you'll see that a lot, is it's difficult to do thicker foam seats with vegetable tan leather. It's a thick leather, it's hard to contour and shape, you gotta wet it and sculpt it. And even when you get it really good on a seat, on a thicker seat, it's gonna wanna shrink and move around and loosen up the lacing. So it's a challenge to do a thicker, fuller seat with that, and that's why you'll see a lot of low profile seats with the hand tooled vegetable tan leather on. Okay, now I marked my center points on the tank and on the rear fender. This gives me the straight line, true center line for our seat. Now we could do our sculpting of the pan, and by having that center point, we can measure off this. So whatever design we come up with on this side of the seat, we're just gonna measure from the center line to here and then transfer it to there, and that'll give us a symmetrical mark to go by. Also, we have to make sure that this fender is symmetrical and everything's centered with the tank. A lot of motorcycles, you'll have belt drives or right side drives and different type of reasons that the rear fender is actually offset from the bike. Those are a lot more challenging to do because if you're trying to put symmetrical graphics on a bike or a custom seat pan that's sculpted and the rear fender is off center from the bike, it's really tough to make everything look symmetrical. Luckily on this one, everything's a straight shot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the seat pan into the sharp points that he wants, front and rear, and then we're gonna transfer that to the other side, cut that. From there, we're gonna actually start sculpting the foam to mimic this side, and then we have to start making it look good. All right, so I just took our center line, measured out from the trim side that I know fits, measured over here to make sure it's symmetrical. I do have to put this back on the bike, make sure that when we cut this, the bike itself is symmetrical, and then we're gonna cut out both points and see how it looks. He said he wants to see a little bit of the frame. He doesn't mind seeing that. Normally we try to have the seat pan cover that, but he wants to see a little bit of it, which he does. Okay, so this seat now looks like a flat Stanley seat. Knowing that he wants it really low profile and knowing that I have to put a ½ inch of a comfort foam on it, I brought the seat down about a ½ inch lower than it should be. Now we're gonna wrap it with a comfort foam and sculpt it and then send a picture to him and see if he likes it. Okay, so just the closed cell foam, you always wanna sand the skin off of it. That allows it to actually, the adhesive to stick better so it doesn't peel off. I'm doing the final sanding on this, and what's tough is because the rider actually needs to sit back here, normally you'd have your curve up and that would be your back support, but because he's sitting back here and the fender goes up, we can't really, obviously being low profile, if we foam this to here, we could actually make it kick up here, which would be great. However, the seat would look horrible because he wants a low profile thin seat with the hand tool leather. So what I'm trying to do is slowly rake this so that he sits in this area, and he is going to sit up higher, but because he's bigger when he's on the bike, the motorcycle actually squishes down like that. So even though it looks like he's sitting on an incline, he's actually sitting in the pocket-ish. Now that the seat's pretty much foamed up, I'm going to put it on the bike, snap a picture, send it to the customer, make sure we get his approval, and then from there we'll just sand it a little smoother and we can actually start designing our artwork for it, which again we'll have to, once that's finalized, send it to the customer and get approval for that. I figure while we're waiting for the customer to give us an approval for the foam before we move on to the artwork on it, I'm just going to stop this video here. Remember, if you go to atomicautowworks.com, we're gonna do step-by-step how-tos, showing you a little bit more involved what we're doing. You can see materials and tools used and all that stuff, and we're gonna try to grow it so you could kind of get a better how-to section of doing that. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, follow, all that stuff too. We appreciate it. Hit that little notification bell, if you even do that anymore. I'm just like talking like I'm one of these young kids who knows what they're talking about, but thank you.